Pure OCD is something that can be absolutely horrible to deal with. I've done videos about it in the past. I've really struggled with it in the past to the point where I'm worried that I'm just a terrible person. And it can be triggered by certain things for me. If there's like a school shooting in the news, not that I have a gun or we can't really get guns in the UK, but when something like that happens, I can sometimes think, oh, that's terrible. But like, would I have been capable of that if I was like bullied in school, or would I be capable of that? Like, what leads a person to do that? Anything terrible. I'm like, what if I could do that? And there's no part of me that wants to. I don't want to go shoot some innocent people or whatever. But there's always this niggling doubt that like, yeah, maybe I'm just a terrible fucking person, man. And it's arguably even worse than physically, I'm trying to word this in a better way. That basically there are no physical compulsions with pure OCD. You're just thinking the same stuff in your mind and, questioning who you are as a person. I would argue that, not that it's a competition, but that is the worst form. At least if you're washing your hands all the time, you got lovely clean hands. Obviously, I'm joking. None of OCD is good, dude. But right now, I'm holding a 8-inch knife. And I want to try and demonstrate to myself and to you, pointing with the knife, hopefully not triggering you. Because knives are something with people with harm OCD who worry that, oh, what if I lose control of myself? What if I stab my partner to death? Or, oh, like what happens for me a lot, and I hate this and it drives me insane and it still bothers me. I'm being transparent with you. I still struggle with this, even though I know what I'm saying right now is correct. So it's one of those weird things that you can maybe never fully get resolution on in a way. But if I'm walking behind someone down an alleyway or down somewhere quiet and it's just me and them, I become so paranoid that they're gonna think, oh, what if he's gonna fucking kidnap, but do something to them, and I can't get the fucking image out of my head of me just going up to them. I'm like, why am I thinking this? And I don't know why. I do have an interest in crime documentaries and stuff, so my mind probably off its own accord sees a situation like that and goes, oh, that's like, someone in a crime documentary. And so I'm not necessarily seeing it as me, but viewing it from a first person point of view, if that makes any sense at all. But I want to demonstrate how stupid pure OCD is, or how intrusive thoughts are so dumb. And violent ones, which can be the most scary and overwhelming, where people really question, like, do I want to do this? Like, if you wanted to do it, you'd be making plans. People that go and shoot a school up or commit some horrific crime, most likely don't just snap and lose their mind and, oh shit, I really shouldn't have done that. They plan it. They feel justified in their mind for some reason, like, oh, this school really fucking let me down, or these bullies, I'm going to show them. And they plan and actively across weeks decide, yeah, I'm going to go ahead with this. But if you're having thoughts like, oh God, what if I could be violent? What if I could, do some horrible stuff? If your natural instinct after to this automatic thinking, because you have no control over the first part, is, oh God, like, what does this say about me? It says that you care and you don't want to be that person. And so you always have autonomy over your body. Like right now, this is an expensive sofa, dude. This is like $2,000. I could just fucking stab this shit right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure my insurance wouldn't cover that. I'd go, oh, accidental damage, I dropped the knife 100 times. And again, when you see some of these crime stories, like, oh yeah, they stabbed the victim 60 times. That's not that's not like, oh no, I accidentally lost control of my mind and for a minute there. It's like, no, you need some fucking serious help. But even with that, you could go, well, what if I could snap? What if that person just snapped and that's not who they really were, and they just, I don't know, weren't sleeping well, or they took some drugs and they did some shit. Fact is, look at your record. This is what I said in my previous videos years ago on the same topic. I'm 34 now. I've not killed anybody. I've not injured anybody. I've not hurt anybody. I've not raped anybody. I've not attacked anyone random. It's a pretty good track record, isn't it? If a policeman pulled me over for a speeding ticket, I'd go, What's your name? What's your details? Let's look you up on our system. We have no details of you on here because you've not committed any crimes before. It's like, well, good. So, yeah, again, the point is, right now, I'm holding a very sharp and dangerous object, but the knife in itself is a completely innocent material object. I can place it on the sofa. It's not going to start just off its own accord. I mean, if it did, fucking poltergeist somewhere, isn't there? So I hope this can offer some reassurance. Again, I think it's important to recognize you can't always control your natural, or not natural, but automatic thinking. So if you've struggled with this for a long time, whenever I go out for a walk and I'm behind someone, and maybe it's just like me and them, every time really, without doubt, I'll start thinking, oh, I could just like fucking strangle them from the back of the head, or like, again, I don't want to do any of these things, but this is how OCD works. And you can waste a lot of energy just trying to convince yourself you're innocent, but you are innocent. And again, you always, unless you've got schizophrenia or some serious disorder, people that go to court and try and plead insanity, only a few of them get away with, well, not get away, because they still have to go to some psychiatric unit for the rest of their life, probably, if they've committed a horrible crime. But unless you have some weird, rare disorder, you are always in control of your actions. And so the next time that you start having these fears, like, oh God, yeah, I could really fuck someone up, it's like, well, do you want to do that? Are you going to do it? You could, it's an option. I mean, there would be drastic consequences if you did decide that. But the truth is you don't want to. And I think that's where you can take the power away from this disorder and say, I'm not going to fucking do it. Yes, acknowledge it's an option. Go, yeah, I could fucking I could piss on this person. I could do a shit here and throw my shit at their head. That is an option. I could say hello to the person and walk by. I could not say hello and just have my headphones in and not worry about it. But I think for me, sometimes my brain doesn't know what to do apart from to be anxious and to worry about something. Especially when around people, I've always had some quite bad social anxiety. And so you'll find yourself triggered more in situations that bring up that fear and anxiety. And then naturally you're going to fall into the trap again and be like, oh God, yeah, what does this mean about me? Oh, there must be something really wrong with me. It's just OCD. So I hope this helps. Give the video a like. If it did, give it a share. And don't go shooting up any schools, please. You're not going to. Don't worry.